YouTube channel for another interesting tutorial. So today's tutorial will be making this asymmetric dress with yoke. Okay, so both the yoke and the dress are all asymmetric. So I'll be showing you how to go about this easily and quickly, and then you'll be able to cut and sew on your dress. So this is asymmetric, and whenever it's asymmetric, you have it full pattern drafted. You can see how full pattern drafted the front is. So we have everything, and the center front is at the center as it should appear. So first thing first, like I always encourage, you make your midline, shoulder line on from the natural neckline. So what I have here is my natural neckline, and I got this natural neckline using my bust circumference divided by 12. So I'll connect this to my bust point. I'll connect this to my bust point, as you can see. So what I have here is my chest line, as you know how to get, bust point, as you know, under bust point. And if you don't know these lines, it means you're a beginner. So you can join us on Telegram for full beginner intermediate course class. I'll be dropping the link on the description box below to our WhatsApp. Then you can join our Telegram classes. They are really very loaded and wonderful. You have a lot to learn from that class. So now you can see what I have here. I've done the necessary things. So next I will do is my bust radius. My bust radius is different between bust point and under bust. So I just go around my bust radius accordingly. Just go around it, around it, around it. So what I'm doing here is actually to note where my bust is going to sit, because most times you notice most people, after making your dresses, you see your busts exposed. Some people don't like it, especially some advanced people. So using this bust radius will help you to note what you are drafting and where your neckline is going to be. So this is my neckline as I'm seeing right here. So I have a sweetheart neckline which I want to construct right here. So to do that, I'll come to my bust radius here, and I'm going to add from my bust radius. I love to add 0.75 at least, or 1 inch, so it's not too high and it's not too low. So I flip my pattern ruler this way into this line. You can see this line I marked there. So once I flip it there, I allow it go into that line, thereby blending into the armhole. So we don't need to start replacing any dots. Once it runs into the armhole, you have no issue with the dress. So this is a deep sweetheart neckline. It depends on how deep you want it to be. You can have it come to the chest line. You can have it to come down at least by ½ inch. Okay, let me do ½ inch down the chest line, and I'll place my pattern ruler. I'm going to construct it so deep. It can even go into the bust line. It depends on how deep. Let me just do on the bust line. So you can see it's actually prominent. So if you don't have it that deep, it will not be prominent. But then you have to look out for your bust if you don't want to expose your bust. So my bust radius from the bust point here, you can see I have my bust outside already, and that I will not want. So if I don't want that, it means I'll add ½ inch, and it means the construction of my sweetheart neckline, I'll just have it from here to the chest line like I suggested last. So I'll just cancel this. It depends on what you want. So that is the essence of the bust radius line. So I'll just come over to the other side. I'm going to repeat same process. My bust circumference radius, I'll add 0.75 or 3/4. So once I've added, I'll just go ahead, or if you want to get it accurately, since it's asymmetric, all you need to do is to take from your shoulder to that point. I have 6 inches, and from my shoulder to this point I still have 6 inches. So anyway is correct. So I place my pattern ruler here, and I'm going to connect and I'll flip it this other way, and I'm going to connect to the chest line. It depends on how deep. If you want it very deep, to the bust line, and if you don't want it too much exposed, and it still gives you the shape of the sweetheart. So now we want to talk about what we have on the, okay, let us finish underbust contour line first, then we can talk about the yoke. So from here, I'm going to come out by 0.75, and from here, I'll come out by 0.75. I'm going to connect this to this. Like I said, it works perfectly for everybody. So if you use it, you have no regrets. So I'll come over from here, from this center front, I'll come out by 0.75, and from here 0.75. I'll just go ahead this way, and I'll flip it this way, as you can see. So we have this going to be removed like this, like that. Okay, all right people, so now we want to talk about our underbust contour. We have a system of making our underbust fitted and good. So to contour it, this is my center front. I have already taken my underbust measurement firmly, and I divided it by 4. This is what I got. So what I have here left remaining, I'm going to share from here 0.25, and from here the rest of what is remaining from what I had here. And my dart intake here is 1.5. Please take note, I shared 0.75 here, 0.75. So I'll keep my ruler this way. The position of your ruler is very important for your contour line. You can see how I kept my ruler. Please don't keep it so down. If you do, you might have your bust, instead of lifting up, sagging, and you will not like the bustier. So your pattern ruler placement is very, very important for a perfect fit. So I'm done with this. I will repeat exactly what I did here. So I just go ahead and put 0.25 here, and the rest of what I had, I'm going to put it here. So I just go this way, as you all may see here, this way, and I just go this way. Okay, as you can see, and here I'll come like this, and here I'll come like this, and that is what we have right here. All right, so next we'll be doing now is to jump into the neckline. So for the yoke now, you can see the yoke is on this side, and this is my mid line, shoulder line. So from my mid shoulder line, I'll come in by 0.5. So I'll come in by 0.5, and from my first dart, I'll come in by 1.5. That is, from this dart, I'll come in by 1.5. So I'm constructing what I have on my line. So I'm just going to make dotted lines for now, because there's another design there. So from this dotted line I made, I'll come up by, I'll just come from here, but I'm going to follow what I have here on my neckline. I'll just follow it to this line and come down by 1 inch from there. So from that 1 inch I came down, I'm going to connect it from the dotted line to the first dart, as you can see. And the next one, I'm going to bring in my pattern ruler. I will measure, it depends on the width I want, but I think 1.5. I measured 1.5 from here to here, and I'm going to use my curve ruler to connect it into this first dart. Okay, so let me use my inner curve, so I'll get exactly the curve I have there on the thumbnail. So this is it, and now I've constructed this neckline. I'm going to do what? Extend this. Okay, so and that is all for the bodies of this dress. So next I'm going to do is to cut the bodies of my dress. So nowadays fashion is very creative, and with pattern drafting you have your fashion designing very easy for you. So all you do is, once you have gotten the bodice pattern of your planks, that is the basic bodies, you can design and create anything you want to create on the bodies right there. And once it's within the body there, it gives you exactly what you want. So that is one of the tips and tricks to pattern drafting. So what I'm cutting now is that yoke, and you can see I'm following that yoke, as you can see. So here I'm going to make an arrow showing that it will be sewn after I join my dart, and this I will make an arrow of 1.5. that's I'm going to write 1.5. so when I'm joining it, I'll measure the same 1.5, so it falls in place for us. So I'll go into the neckline now. I've separated the yoke. I'll go this way so you can see it. So when I'm joining this now, I'm going to target this point to 1.5 after I've joined my dart. So I cut off here and I go in here. What I'm trying to do now is to cut off the overboss dart and underboss dart and close up my bust dart. So this is all you need for this asymmetric dress that is on the thumbnail. Okay, so I'll go here again and I'm going to cut this way. I'll also go in this way and cut. Then I will close my bust dart. So we are done with this dress right now, but we want to go ahead to, I want to show you how to achieve that sleeve. Okay, so please don't make any sharp points. You can just use your blend. You can see how I blended and took off a little of that. So make sure your bust dart is closed very well. So for the bodice pattern, this is what you have. And for the back is simple. We have a lot of asymmetric dresses. You can click on it to see how we invert it to sew the back pattern. So it's as easy as this. So when I'm done with my bustier now, you know I will have a joining of my bustier here. I'll just measure from here to here 1.5, make a notch to it, and that is where I will have this sewn. Okay, so I'll have it sewn to the 1.5, and at the end of the day it matches up with this without issues. Okay, that is why I love pattern drafting. So with your patterns and making your notches at the appropriate place, you don't have any squeezing, any rumpling of any type. So we are done with this class. We'll be moving on to the sleeve. So if you want to learn how the sleeve is made, please join us in the next class right now. So thank you for coming to the bodice asymmetric pattern, and see you in the sleeve asymmetric.